As of 2026, conservation is focused on two main groups: those nearly extinct in the wild and lost species that haven't been documented for decades, but may still exist. Here are some of the rarest and most critically endangered birds currently known. The orange-bellied parrot. The orange-bellied parrot, Neophema chrysogaster, is one of the most endangered birds on the planet. As a grass parrot native to Australia, it is one of only 3 parrot species in the world that migrates. As of 2026, the wild population remains precariously low, often fluctuating between 50 and 80 individuals returning to their breeding grounds each year. While captive breeding programs have been successful in releasing birds back into the wild, the species faces a high mortality rate during its difficult migration across the Bass Strait. It is a small, vibrant green bird with a yellow underside and a distinctive bright orange patch on its lower belly. Every year they travel from their wintering grounds in coastal salt marshes, Victoria and South Australia, to their only known breeding site in Melaleuca, Tasmania. The rufous-headed hornbill. The rufous-headed hornbill, Rhabdotaurinus waldeni, also known locally as the rufous-headed hornbill, is one of the most striking and critically endangered birds in the world. Endemic to the Philippines, also known locally as the Delungan conservation, is one of the most striking and critically endangered birds. The male features a stunning, endemic to the Philippines. It is a flagship species for conservation, while the female has a black head in the Visayan rainforest. Both possess a large, wrinkled red beak with a prominent orange-red rufous head and neck. It is a large female has a black head, typically measuring around 60 to 65 centimeters with a prominent casque. It belongs to a group of hornbills, it is a large often referred to as typically measuring around 60 because of the distinct ridges on its lower beak. It belongs to a group of hornbills often referred to as wrinkled hornbills because of the distinct ridges on its lower beak. The crested ibis. The crested ibis, Nipponia nippon, also known as the Japanese crested ibis, or toki, is one of the most famous success stories in wildlife conservation. Once common throughout East Asia, it nearly vanished in the 20th century, reaching a point where only 7 wild individuals remained in the 1980s. While their feathers are primarily white, they develop a beautiful pinkish-orange glow, often called toki-iro in Japan, on the undersides of their wings and tails during flight. They possess a distinctive mane of long, white feathers on the back of their heads that they can raise when excited or during mating displays. They are easily recognized by their bright red, featherless faces and long, curved black beaks used for probing mud for food. The Antioquia brushfinch. The Antioquia brushfinch, Atlapede blancae, is a bird that was brought back from the dead. For nearly half a century, it was known only from 3 museum specimens collected in the 1970s, leading many to believe it was extinct before it was even formally described as a species. It is a medium-sized sparrow-like bird with a pale gray body, a distinct reddish-brown rufous crown, and a black mask around its eyes. After being missing for 47 years, a small population was found living in a tiny patch of scrubland next to a local farm. Unlike many birds that migrate, the Antioquia brushfinch is currently known to live in a geographic area smaller than a few square kilometers in the San Pedro de los Milagros region. The Honduran emerald. The Honduran emerald, Amazilia luciae, is the only bird species endemic to Honduras, making it a critical symbol of the country's unique biodiversity. As of early 2026, it remains one of the most endangered hummingbirds in the world. A small hummingbird, typically around 9 centimeters in length, they have a shimmering blue-green throat, gorget, a turquoise-green crown, and an iridescent green back. They feed on the nectar of flowering plants like Acanthocerius, a type of cactus, and small insects. The Madagascar pochard. The Madagascar pochard, Athia inotata, is frequently called the world's rarest duck. For 15 years, it was actually believed to be extinct until a tiny population was miraculously rediscovered in 2006. Since then, it has become a masterclass in how to bring a species back from the absolute brink. By the 1990s, sightings had ceased, and the bird was declared extinct. In 2006, A small group of just 22 ducks was found on a single remote volcanic lake, Lake Matsaboramina in northern Madagascar. The Spix's macaw, Chanopsida spixi, is one of the most famous examples of a species being extinct in the wild and then successfully reintroduced. Known for its mesmerizing blue plumage, it gained global fame as the inspiration for the movie Rio. Unlike the large scarlet or hyacinth macaws, the Spix's is medium-sized with various shades of blue. It has a pale blue head, a darker blue body, and a grayish-black mask of bare skin around its eyes. They are native only to the Caatinga, a unique semi-arid shrubland and thorn forest in northeastern Brazil. They specifically rely on caraiba trees that grow along seasonal creeks for nesting. Their beauty made them highly sought after by private collectors, leading to intense poaching in the 1970s and 80s.